So today, we will discuss how to use entry and editor. Also, we will add some sequential animation. So let's start in adding a stock layout with orientation. Vertical. Vertical option and horizontal option. After that, we'll use the code entry. Entry is a text field that you can enter a text or number. We will add some attributes and proceed to editor code. Editor code is a multi-line text field used for comments or address. We will also add some attribute and then proceed.
After adding entry and editor, we will use button and some label to show how entry and editor works. Let's start by adding a code button and set the text hello. And don't forget to add attribute click to add some function. After that, we will add our first label that will show the value that the user will input. Next is the second label that will show the user input in our editor. We will set the visibility of this label to false, and then we will just add some animation in that CS file to show this label. Lastly, the third label that we'll use for some animation. After coding in our layout, we will proceed on the code for our animation and some functionality.
So here's our code for the sequential animations after button is clicked. As you can see, there are also code that is added just to add some functions in our application. We will focus on our animations, so we will use 4 animations. The 4 animations are number 1 fade, translate, rotate, and scale. First is fade. We will use fade to code and set the opacity that we will use to fade out our label and add the length of the time. Second animation is a translate. We will use a translate to code. Translate animation is X and Y basis. We will set the coordinates where the label will move. Next is the rotate. We will use the rotate to and set the degrees that the object will rotate. And lastly, the scale animation. We will use scale to code and set the scale and the time our object will scale. We will just combine every animation to form a sequential animation. And after that, let's run our application in our Android phone.
Just installed what our application needs. So here it is, performance task. So this is the entry. So we will write anything what you want. My name. So as you can see, I can't type anymore because we just add a max length with a value of 10. So you can just add a 10. So I just comment ewan ko ba. So after that, we will click the button to make our function. So and as you can see, here it is our animations: the rotate, the translate, then the scale, and after that the comment. So you can see the button, the editor, and the entry. While our animation is moving, our label is moving, it is enabled. So yeah, I just click it again with the non-value. So hello. So that's it for our tutorial. Thank you for watching and listening to us. Thank you.